Hello again. Happy Friday Eve. Now, we've been seeing skies clearing this evening. We started out the day with some thunderstorms moving through the area. Now, seeing clear conditions across West Texas and really most of the state of Texas. We do have a few thunderstorms happening in the Permian Basin, closing in on the Mexico border and then to our New Mexico border. Got some storms moving into portions of the Panhandle. Otherwise, the rest of the state looking fairly quiet this evening, giving us a nice break from all of the active weather we seem to have been talking about as of recently. Now, the storms we did see this morning produced some pretty good rainfall in the Concho Valley. Coleman saw just under an inch of rain here in San Angelo. We saw just under 3/4 of an inch of rain. Robert Lee seeing just over a half an inch. Up in the mid country, not as much, but still saw some good rain coverage. Abilene, just a little bit under 1/4 of an inch. So these rain totals today puts the city of San Angelo officially over 4 inches of rain for the month of May, which is a nice contrast from where we were this time last year, where it seemed like we couldn't get rain even if we begged for it. Now, overnight, temperatures are going to get into the low to mid 60s and more of the mid 60s generally, as we see cloud cover starting to increase from the west. Going into the rest of the week, into the start of our weekend, we're going to see temperatures hanging out in the mid 80s through Saturday. Sunday looking to be a little bit cooler and more of the lower 80s as we start to see more scattered thunderstorms becoming likely. Now, Friday and Saturday, we're going to see some isolated rain chances similar to the pattern we've been seeing in past days, with those thunderstorms originating in the big country moving further southeast. Now, speaking of the big country, western portions of the big country, so just west of Taylor County and on over farther west, getting into more far west Texas in the Panhandle, there is a marginal risk of excessive rainfall or flash flooding as we get into your Friday. So that's just something to keep an eye on if you live near any low water crossings. Now, kicking off the evening, we're going to continue to see dry conditions with that cloud cover increasing as we get into Friday. As we move throughout Friday evening, we're going to see those thunderstorms developing up in the big country, moving southeast. More of those stronger thunderstorms farther west that are going to start to move into the area overnight into Saturday, kicking off Saturday with more isolated rain coverage in the big country, getting a bit of a break farther south of that I-20 line, but still seeing mainly overcast skies going into Saturday. Now, we'll talk more about the rest of the day, Saturday into Sunday coming up tomorrow, but here's just a look at the 7 days to kind of preview what the week is going to look like. Sunday bringing more of those scattered rain chances, kicking off next week in the lower 80s, looking to rebound to the mid to upper 80s by midweek up in the big country, holding more moderate rain chances until we get to this time next week, where temperatures closing in on the 90-degree mark with isolated rain chances. Back to you, Esmeralda.